Hey guys, so I'm here on the motorcycle safety project on the actual practice course for the motorcycle days, and I'm just gonna stop here at the front line. So to the left of me, you can see the whole course. You have all the paint on the ground, some of the tracks they go across, and I'm just gonna run through a couple of them for you guys to get a good idea of what you're gonna what to expect if you're gonna take the course. Which, once again, I highly recommend to all people. Everybody who's looking to get into motorcycle riding. Now, just the basics. You're gonna start, and they're gonna have you just stand your bike. And I believe the first thing we did was just walk it, getting used to the brake, the front brake. I think we walked it first, and the second time we just popped it into first and just let the clutch go, and we just walked with it the whole time. Go all the way down, and once you go down, you do a 3-point turn, and you just go back, and do the same thing. I'm not gonna do the whole turn right now, but you get the idea. After you do that, you're gonna stay in first gear, but you're gonna start walking if you're comfortable enough. You're gonna just lift up your feet and just kind of go a little bit with the choke and giving a little gas. You don't want to go above maybe 5 even. They just want you to get used to being on the 2 wheels, just to know what to expect at a very, very, very beginning easy pace. Now, once you're done with that, you start turns, and just shifting out of first and then into second gear. Once you get the hang of second gear, you're going to start doing these little corner turns. They're going to have little cones around here. You're just going to go through the turn. Cones are going to be right in that little triangle. Go through the turn. Now, what they're going to expect, though, is that when you turn, your bike will follow your head. So you want to turn and look to where you're turning. Your bike will follow. I mean, that's just the general rule of turning on a motorcycle. Your bike wants to go where you're looking because your body wants to follow your eyes, obviously. So just get the hang of that, and once you do that a couple times, they'll start doing little weaves. So up here they have green and red markers on the ground. They'll put cones there for you, and it's the green ones I'm going to follow. So it's just little bitty weaves. I'm staying in first gear right now, so my bike is going to be yelling at me a little bit, but I'll switch to second. We're supposed to stay under 20, I believe, or 15 miles an hour when doing this course. It's not really meant for, flying by, but once you get the hang of it, it's just much easier to do. So those are the first couple or few practices. Later on, you're going to have a complete stop and then go kind of thing, and they're going to tell you when to stop. You're going to get to these cones. They're going to be right over here, and these little marks on the ground to see how long it takes you to stop. Now, right there, the front of my bike's at the 20-foot mark, I believe. But granted, I was, a little late in the stop just because I'm, trying to talk as well. But nevertheless, it's just the kind of stop and go to make sure you understand. Use both the front and rear brakes when stopping. You couldn't tell, but I was using the rear brake as well. After you do that, you're going to start doing a little more difficult turns, and they're going to teach you like leans. So they have 2 turns set up specifically for that. Over here is one. You'll see the markers as I approach them. So you want to go from outside to in. Here's the lines right here, outside, and then turn, lean, and go in. There's one turn. And then same thing up ahead up here. Yeah, if you go from the outside, you're not going to do figure 8s like this, but you go outside in. You'll do this turn, and then you'll go. There's only going to be one turn going, so you'll go, I believe it's actually all the way around the track. I think when I did that turn, then we go all the way around, and over here. No, let me rephrase that. I did that turn. Let me just start this over. You're going to do this turn up here. So we did this turn, and afterwards, I believe we went over to this corner, and then we did a turn over there. We just kind of did one of these guys, and then we get ready for the next turn. So once you do all that, you're gonna have to start doing like figure 8s. You're gonna want to stay in first gear just to just get U-turns in a couple car lengths. And I'm in first gear. It's clutch control. Your feet have to stay on the bike the whole time. Stay within the lines. I almost messed up there because I'm going a little too slow. Just kind of racing through this. See, now that one was good. And then once you're done with that, you just go. It's a pretty easy course. It really doesn't take much to do. But in the long run, though, you just learn so much from it that it's all useful. There's no point not to take it. I mean, it's just going to teach you some very valuable information. It lasts 3 days. Once again, it's one of the more fun days I've had on a motorcycle. Just you know, flicking those little 200s around, just doing whatever you want with them. They're only 200cc bikes, I believe, when I took it, and they're a blast. They really are a good time. You're just there with a couple friends, just, you know, screwing around, but safely. And yeah, that's it. I mean, that's the whole riding portion of the course. I mean, I missed a couple things, small things, you know, just going, switch to second gear, reach 20 miles an hour, slow down, come to a slow stop, you know. As you can see, somebody must have messed up quite a bit to have these skid marks. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Now right here, I see this green line on the ground, and I'm wondering if that's, you know, like an advanced course, because I didn't see that there when I was doing this course. It's like an S pattern, you know. It's really tight turns too. I went a little out of line. But yeah, it's an S pattern. I'm wondering if that's what that's there for. I'm gonna try that again. I'm sure you're supposed to take that, you know, much slower than I did. So let's try a little slower. There we go. I'm sure that's exactly what you're supposed to do. I just wanted to kind of go through it going maybe 10 or 15. But yeah, it's so worth taking this course. And you know, if you're a first-time rider, I know when I was in the course, first-time riders, most of them were like the most worrisome they got was when it came time to lean. You know, once they hit these turns up here, you're supposed to lean the bike a little bit, you know, just, you know, like so. Once you start leaning though, the bike is not going to fall, so you can lean into the turn. And I mean, don't be afraid of it. So as you can see, the bike is just at a constant lean. As long as you're, you know, as long as you're consistent on the gas, your bike's going to keep itself up. So, you know, just use your best judgment, be safe, and yeah, don't forget to wear your gear. Because I mean, if you do have a spill, when I was doing the class, they were actually, it's much more rocky than this. I hit a couple rocks, causing my rear tire to slide. I mean, I was able to keep the bike up, but it's something to where somebody with less experience, they would have, you know, have probably hesitated with what their decisions were and just, you know, slid. I was fortunate enough to make the right decision and just kind of give it a little bit more gas and straighten it out a little bit, and you know, it worked out best for me, obviously. So yeah, just if you're gonna take the course, once again, recommend it and enjoy it. I mean, it's a great time, it's a great day, and you're gonna learn a ton of stuff. And yeah, enjoy riding, man. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.